Hands up. Oh!
What's going on, good people? It's your boy Lil Stacy. For those of you that don't know, I'm a music artist, visionary, entrepreneur, and so much more. And welcome back yet again to another episode of Rewired, where I'm here to help you get to wherever you're trying to get to in life and shift the mental, rewire the mental to be whatever it needs to be to get the results you're looking for. Like I said in my first video, whether you're trying to get that job, you're trying to do better in your relationships, platonic or romantic, whether you just want to be more confident, think more positive, whatever it is, I got you. So today, what are we going to talk about? Well, I like to go into the cliche, right? So let's look at the putting others before yourself, right? Now, I know. Everyone's like, oh, that's to feel good, sounds good on paper. In reality, forget these mofos, all that stuff, right? But in all actuality, most people keep thinking or get the impression that that is more centered or focused around someone just being more positive and being selfless. And in one stretch of the imagination, or I didn't say imagination, in one reality, that is actually accurate, right? But in ultimate truth, it serves you way more to put others before yourself than it actually does to think of it as something that is just serving them, right? Because think about it on a deeper level. When you put others first or think of them before you default to you, which we are all pre-wired to do by our brains designed to keep us alive, you actually give yourself the advantage to have more control and your experience in the equation, right? When you put someone else before yourself, which means when things happen in different moments, instances, conversations, whatever it be, you're able to take the focus off of you, put it on them, and have a better understanding, which keeps you from being more impulsive and reactionary, right? That's even a word, but whatever, we're on with it. But in any case, when you put someone else before yourself, it gives you the opportunity to take a second breath, so to speak, evaluate, and then respond intellectually to get the result you may want to get, right? Because thinking about it, can you ever really justify a negative response? Like, yeah, on paper, technically, can you say you were correct for responding a certain kind of way? Absolutely. But in reality, when you think about it from an intellectually and intelligent space, right? Would anyone ever say it's the intelligent thing to do to respond negatively? I don't think so. And if you are one, I really question some of your rules and principles. I don't know, just me. But in any case, when you put someone else before yourself in an equation, gives yourself the opportunity to evaluate things as such so you can stay in the headspace you probably prefer to stay in. Because if you ask anyone else what you want to be angry or happy, pretty sure, unless you're one of the ones that are just different out there, 99% of us will say happy, right? And you stay happy more in equations when you take control over how you feel in them. And part of taking control of how you feel over them is not being so overly consumed on you. I know it sounds counterproductive, right? Like a flip, play on words or whatever. But it is such a reality. When in any given circumstance, or even if you did like in business, right? Trying to get ahead and make that business connection or a new partnership or level up, or try to like connect and gain someone's business that you're trying to work with to get ahead in life, right? It's going to help you a lot more if you're able to go in that equation, focused on them and what their needs are, what their concerns are, what their values are, what they're looking for, so you can better identify what is needed to get what you actually want, right? But the only way you can do that is if you take focus off of you and put it on someone else. And in a situation where someone, I don't know, in the supermarket is being a jerk to you or something like that, whatever the case may be, right? Instead of going off, oh, what? How dare you talk trash to me? I'll whoop your ass. All that stuff, right? Instead of all the rah-rah, you take a second, right? Instead of, responding to the ego, right? Because the ego in those moments will tell you when someone's tripping and being on a beam, to be like, oh no, I gotta defend myself, I gotta check them, whatever, make sure they respect me, blase, right? But in all reality though, in that very same moment, instead of being, reactionary, right? Like you might be impulsive to want to do, which down the road, most people come to realize wasn't exactly a fun experience. Even though they defended themselves, they shut the person down, they talked trash back, or they checked them and all that stuff. It's not a proud moment. No one looks back in those moments and say, yeah, I checked them and I was all raw and loud and I was like rambunctious too and make me feel great, right? Usually like, I wish I had to get in that kind of space, and really you don't, right? Because in those moments, this person, use an example of the person in the grocery store that's being a jerk to you. I don't know, maybe they cut you off with their cart or something stupid or whatever, or they're just being snobbish or whatever to you, right? Instead of responding to how they're being, maybe ask the question, why, right? Why would this person do this? Why would that happen? I don't know them, right? I didn't do anything to them, so it really can't be personal towards me. So maybe there's something going on in their life. Maybe there's something that's off in their kilter. And if you're a person that's happy in general, or you're feeling good that day and you're in a good space, that's not automatically, just thinking about it that way, make you feel much happier that, oh, I'm in this good space and this person's not. If anything, it takes a sting out, right? What they did doesn't matter to you as much, because if anything, you have empathy or sympathy for where they're coming from that you're not, right? That they're in a bad space and you're not. Makes you more concerned about them, which takes focus off of you, which allows you to stay in a good, healthy, happy, and positive space and navigate it properly. So then your response, instead of clapping back, might be something of, hey, you good? You okay? Oh, ain't that real or whatever. And a lot of times, when you don't give people the energy they're kicking out, if it's coming from a negative space, they have no choice but to meet you where you are, because your energy is more serving. Is what it is, right? You can't get around that. Give you a good example. I remember, it was like last year sometime, I was on my way to this event to meet up with a good friend of mine and everything else. I was in good energy, good space, whatever, and I was driving down in the city, and I was trying to make moves with her and get where I was going, and I went to come around the vehicle, and I cut too soon, and I hit somebody's vehicle, right? Scraped his car. Didn't do anything crazy, but it's a little nicks. My car had more damage than anything, but he was livid. Because I was in the wrong, which I was, right? So he was instantly turned up, because, a lot of people in the Philadelphia area don't drive with insurance. It's kind of crazy, but, whatever. And they ding cars, they hit and run, all sorts of stuff they do. So people get a little anxious when the rest stuff happens. They get a little turned up, especially if you're driving any sort of a decent vehicle, which this individual was. So we get out of the cars, he comes over, and he's, whoa, what's going on? I need your information. Like, yeah, what you are, why you doing it? He turned up. I'm like, hey, yeah, my bad. I understand. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry that happened, whatever. But, insurance, it don't take care of it. He going in. I'm like, look, trying to tell you, I didn't mean for it to happen, whatever. And he's still going at it because he expected me to do what so many people commonly do. When someone's angry like that and they're going at me, he expected me to do what they would do in most situations and clap back and be like, hey, well, yeah, whatever. Well, you shouldn't have been in my way or whatever it was. But I wouldn't give him that, right? And he kept trying, but I wouldn't give it to him. And so, make a long story short on that, time goes by, we're sitting waiting for, cops to come, do the report and everything else so we can get out of there, exchange insurance information. Along that while, during that time, he came back to me to my vehicle and said, hey, I noticed I saw you from such and such on your license, and I'm from there too, and, I'm sorry, it's just, and he came all the way down because he had time to sit and reflect on the space he got into that he doesn't like because it was a negative space, right? It didn't serve him, and he looked wilder because I wouldn't meet him there. So he had to come back down, and he wound up apologizing to me. So imagine that. Go to a scenario where you screw up, you drop the ball, and the person you screwed up and dropped the ball towards is apologizing to you. I don't know. If that don't put it in perspective, I don't know what it does. But in any case, I hope y'all got some value and significance out of this video. If you did, please slice that like button at the bottom. Helps your boy out. Subscribe so you get more of this great, dope content of serving you to be better. And let's get rewired. Let's win. It's a lifestyle. Oh! I'm gonna let y'all sit with this one for a minute. Feel the vibe and shit.